So obviously today is going to be a natural one. I'm here with the main man, the big sheikh, Abu Torah. Hopefully today is going to be like a chilling session. It's more like getting to know the cringista more than anything.
Alright, so basically let's get straight into it, bro. I'm going to ask you some simple questions here and we're going to pretend that this is not like
rehearsed. Yeah,
cool,
okay,
cool.
That's fine.
Let's get straight into it. Basically, bro, the first question that they ask you in your medical school interview or wherever you go is, why medicine? Why do you want to get into medicine? Maybe why not something like nursery or like pharmacology, something like that.
Nursery, yeah? Nursery.
Oh,
nursery.
Alright, cool.
So,
why not
yeah.
why not into something like nursing, yeah? Why medicine specifically? Why medicine? So, straight up.
Okay, this is not going to be an interview and answer because hopefully I'll be making an interview course on how to properly answer this, but this is more like again, like I said, like a get to know. So me personally, obviously I have personal reasons, such as one of the things that really incentivized me to do well or try to become a doctor was more like the personal injury with my father in the Finsbury Park terrorist attack, where he had like a fractured clavicle and a skull injury, but that's a separate point. Obviously being a doctor, it's different, man. It's, even though we shouldn't think about the monetary value and the social status that comes along with it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Bro, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. If you wanna make money, medicine is not even the thing for you here in the UK. You can do something like, there's so many other different options you can do, like you can be a lawyer or whatever. Medicine is like 6 years and you're making way less money than guys that are getting into banking or something, but getting a bachelor's degree that's 3 years long and they're making way more money than you. Like starting salary can be even up to 40 grand depending on like KPMG or wherever you work. You can get way more money, whereas with medicine it's like, what's this starting salary?
Okay, so that's also like one misconception that people have, that medicine apparently is not about money. If you want me to be genuinely like brutally honest, it's gonna be a tough time to begin, 100%, and that's with everything. So the typical medicine process is essentially from 18 to 24 if your university forces an intercalation. But for the standard and the one I go to, hopefully I will get into, is Queen Mary, and that's inshallah, and that's a 5-year medical course, no forced intercalation.
Don't you have intercalation though?
No, not at Queen Mary. So you get to finish 1 year early.
Really?
Yeah.
No, but I thought intercalation is if you wanna.
You can choose to intercalate, but
it helps you, doesn't it? Like you can get a closer job or something like that. You get some more points. Remember the guy from Imperial that told us.
Yeah. So Torab, you're right on this one, where you do get more points, but depending on how well you do in your 5 years, you can apply for roles or clinical placements in or close to you in London. Do you understand? So it just depends. It depends on where you want to be based. You can still get a job outside, like at the outskirts of England, with a bad score, but if you want to stay in London primarily, you need to score really high. So that's the reason why people will take an intercalation. So that's one. And then so after the typical 2 years, the 2 foundation years, and by this year you're going to be like 26, no? 26, as in.
No, that's assuming that, first of all, remember some people do biomed and stuff like that, and then they do like what's it called, postgrad.
Yeah, but I'm
entry.
saying in my case right now.
Okay, I'm sure.
If I was to do it, and presuming that I don't get injured halfway or something doesn't happen, I'm out after the 2 foundation years, I'd be like 26. Now, something that I've recently sort of wanted to do, I'm not sure if you know this, Ak, is that I wanted to go to America.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Did you even apply to American universities?
No, that's not how it works. But one thing you can do is after your 2 years of being a doctor or foundation years, you can choose to specialize in America, but you have to take like an exam called the USMLE. Have you heard of it?
No. I don't know. Maybe I did, but is that with every uni or something?
With America, you have to take the exam.
No, I'm saying, is that with every uni? Like, for example, isn't it just Queen Mary? Because I know Queen Mary do like, for example, some courses like neuroscience, they do like 4 years with year abroad. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, you're probably talking about the elective at the end.
No, I'm saying any uni here in the UK, so you can do 2 years of med and then you can apply to the American unis. Is that what you're saying?
No. So look, there's this typical 5 years that you have to take, yeah? 5 medical years of training, yeah. Now, I'll talk about it in the UK sense. So there's the 5 typical years and there's the 2 foundation years. Yeah. Then obviously there's a few exams that you take.
Hold on, do you get paid in the foundation years?
Yeah, obviously you get paid, bro. Okay. Obviously you get paid. Imagine not getting paid. You'd get finished, boys.
No, you do, but it's quite small pay.
No, small pay is like,
But even
Small pay is like 25k. Do you understand? Which is good money. Good money, no?
No, it is depending, bro. Depending.
25k, guys. Too rich for us. Look, the Gucci belt. The Gucci belt.
Aim high. Aim high. Do you know what I mean?
So
No, but bro, look, you did 5 years. You paid like, let's say you take student loans and everything. That's you're paying student loans, and even that's a lot of money, bro. You're spending. You paid like 5 years. 5 times 9. What's that? 45 grand. Hey, quick maths.
Hey,
but
mashallah.
Bro. You paid 45 grand. Plus, obviously, if you took student loans, you have to do interest, whatever. Yeah. By that time, you're paying more than 50 grand, and 1 year you're earning 25, and living in London is expensive. Like, for example, if you want to get married, or if you want to be financially stable, you want to move out of your house, you need to pay rent and all of that stuff, bro. It adds up. So 25 is not like, it's not a lot. It's cool, but it's not a lot.
I like the way that we just centered the medicine approach around money. But anyway, long story. No, I've centered it. I'm not saying about him, but like I'm saying, like after those initial 2 years, you can choose to specialize in the UK, but you'll be capped, like a consultant 14 years in the line, you'll be capped at 105k, which is, yeah, it's a lot of money, and I'm not denying that. But if you go to America, there's obviously, the training time is less, and there is a ton of vacancies out there. And obviously, I think it's called Liberty Medics, and Ali Abdal mentions this in one of the new videos. And what's the date today, bro?
Date. Bro, 6 or 7.
7th, yes, yeah, you're right, yeah, 7th.
Yeah, because yesterday
7th of July, yeah. 7th of July. And I think it's one of the recent videos by Ali Abdal, but one of them mentions that 4 years of specialization, and in the US, an average salary for a consultant is £313,000 annually. And obviously it ranges because it's an average. And
313,000
oh,
pounds.
dollars.
Yeah, okay, dollars. That's way less in pounds.
Yeah, but still, that's like almost 3 times as much, bro.
For 1 year.
As in
a
after,
doctor or a surgeon? Which
after your specialization.
Okay, that.
Do you understand? But that's 4 years. That's 4 years, man. Otherwise, if you stay in the UK, it will take, depending on the profession.
No, I know.
Depending, it could take 6 up to.
Bro,
I don't know. Probably
when I
like.
was doing this thoracic surgeon, this guy told me the entire process took him like 16 years, like from the start of uni. I think maybe he took like an extra gap year and stuff like that. Because if you take a gap year and then you do 6 years, how many years is that? That's 7. Then 2 years and then another. And at the end of the day, it kind of adds up.
And I'm telling you guys, like, medicine and money is not necessarily the main aim. Is not money. Don't get me confused. But one thing that everything nearly boils down to is that yes, I absolutely love medicine, like differently. But one thing is that if you do not get paid, and like you have children or you have a house and you have things that are on you, like you have responsibility on you, if you're not getting paid enough, you're gonna leave that. You're gonna try to find an alternative. There is no two ways about that. 100%, no?
Yeah, 100%.
Like if you can't pay the rent and your children are starving, like, for example. And I'm not saying.
If you have children.
Yeah, relax. Like
thinking ahead is good.
Yeah, 100%. But honestly, if you don't have the money necessary, then things are not gonna work out. And the birds are getting too happy, innit? Or pigeons, or whatever. But
these are seagulls, bro. I think it's seagulls.
Okay, whatever. I don't know. So again, money is one thing, and also because I'm a Muslim, because I'm a Muslim. I'm joking. Obviously, because we're Muslims, we have something else that motivates us, which is essentially like altruism.
وَمَنْ أَحْيَاهَا فَكَأَنَّمَا أَحْيَا النَّاسَ جَمِيعًا.
Come on. So
chapter 5 verse 32.
Okay, yeah. May Allah bless him. Which is essentially that whoever helps a person live, or essentially saves a person, you know,
saves a person's life. It's as if you've saved the entire mankind.
100%. So that's another massive motivator. So you get good deeds, you would get that money, you would essentially, you'd have meaning behind, and essentially Maslow's hierarchy, the one thing that he mentions is that something that allows you to essentially self-develop. I forgot the exact term. Guys, put that in the description box. I honestly don't know what it is. But essentially, you're constantly developing. It's a profession that you have to constantly keep up to date with the technological advancements, and it's just a mad job, you know.
Read newspapers and stuff like that, like what's coming up, like science articles and all of that. Just because you can't just go in the clinic and not know half this stuff.
Are you sure? Yeah.
Okay. Again, we have that.
Yeah.
But bro, honestly, I think overall, bro, it's not only that, bro. You want to have the skill to save a person's life. Like, imagine you got a headache or something, and you know what's happening. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not relying yourself on someone else, basically.
Yeah.
So that's how it is, basically. But yeah, again, the scientific knowledge and all of these different things that you're getting in, all of these different skills. So yeah, it's got a lot.
100%. So essentially, this video has been a little sticky one, but hopefully we're gonna answer.
It's a good conversation we've had right here.
No, 100%. Just, but guys, subscribe to him, check him out, because he is the big boss. Do you understand?
Yeah.
He's the big boss. So
thank you for the shout out.
Yeah. No, don't worry. There's more to come next episode. Anyway, guys. So catch you guys in the next one.
Next little episode, yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
What did I just say right there? You the stutter?
Who?
Me?
What did you say?
I said yeah, or something like that, bro.
Gangster. Yeah. Anyway, guys, in a bit, yeah.